Good morning, dear students. Today we will begin with chapter number 18, three-dimensional shapes. This lesson is your geometry lesson, so you are going to write the notes and solve the practice set of this lesson in geometry section. Okay, so this will be the fourth lesson. I hope you have completed geometrical construction in your CW. After that, you are going to write this lesson. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to learn about three-dimensional shapes, that are different objects who are having three dimension, that is in short 3D objects. Okay, so now let's start with the lesson. Look at the arrangement which is done on the screen. This is a net. Yes, we have learned about in standard 5, isn't it? So you are also able to see the bold lines on this net, is it? So children, now we will fold this net at the bold lines in this way. After folding, we get a three-dimensional object like a box, is it? So what is this shape called as? Yes, it is a cuboid. Okay, so now give some examples of how the same shape can be obtained in other ways. Yes, so I'll give you one example. We can take a rectangular cardboards, many cardboards in this way, and we can arrange it in such a way as shown on the figure screen. Then we get a cuboid shape, is it? In the same way, we can take these biscuits and arrange them in this way. We get a cuboid shape, is it? So now I will tell you some of the things which we use in our day-to-day life and which have cuboid shape. Okay, so the things are, they are the first one which you will see on the screen, that is a book. Dictionary, is it having a cuboidal shape? Yes. Next, that is notebooks and the compass box. So these three things like books, notebook and compass box are having cuboidal shape. So there are many other things which are having cuboidal shape. You can recall it and write few examples with pencil in your textbook. Okay, so now you will be able to see a diagram on the screen. Are you able to see? This is a cuboid. So a cuboid has total 6 faces. Okay, these are the 6 faces of cuboid. The plane surface which we see from all the sides, front, back, up, down, and the sides, if we will see of a cuboid, then we are able to see 6 plane surfaces. They are called as a faces of the cuboid. All the faces of cuboid are rectangular in shape. Okay, and do you know one interesting thing? Its opposite faces are identical or congruent. So you can see the green and blue color, whatever I showed you. Now are you able to see? Are they opposite to each other? Yes, and they are identical or congruent. They are congruent means same length. Okay, or area is same. So all the faces, opposite faces, are identical or congruent. Now we will study some of the properties of cuboid. Before that, I want to tell you a thing, that is, a cuboid is also known as rectangular prism. Okay, now we will study some of its properties. That is, a cuboid has 8 vertices. Okay, so what are those vertices? They are A, B, C, D, P, Q, R and S. So there are total 8 vertices of cuboid. Did you understand? Now, the next thing, that is, a cuboid has 12 edges. So, edges are seg AB, seg BC, seg CD, seg DA, seg AP, seg PS, seg SR, seg RQ, seg QP, seg BQ, seg DS and seg CR. Okay, so these are the edges of a cuboid. After this cuboid has 6 faces. Okay, so the first face is A, B, C, D. Okay, next PQRS, APQB, DSRC, APSD and BQRC. So these are the properties of cuboid. Always remember, a cuboid has 12 edges, 8 vertices and 6 faces. Now look at this net. You can see the bold lines. Yes, we will fold it at the bold lines. After folding, again we are getting a 3-dimensional object like a box. What difference do you see in the previous shape and this shape? In the previous shape, the faces of the figure were rectangle, and here the faces are square in shape. When all the faces of a quadrangular prism are equal squares, it is called a cube. So can you give me some examples of objects having cube shape? I will give you the examples like the dice or Rubik's cube. These are the objects which have cube shape. Now let us learn about cubes in detail. Here you are able to see a cube on the screen. How many faces does a cube have? Yes, a cube has 6 faces. They all are square in shape and thus they have same area. Now tell me, how many vertices does a cube have? Yes, a cube has 8 vertices: A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. A cube, so these are the 8 vertices of the cube. Okay, now we'll see the next thing. A cube has 12 edges: seg AB, seg HE, seg CD, seg FG, seg EF, seg CB, seg DA, seg GH, seg DG, seg CF, seg AH and seg BE. A cube has 6 faces: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, D, G, H, B, C, F, E, A, H, E, B and D, C, F, C. So these are the properties of cube. Let us now revise the properties of cubes and cuboids. A cube has 8 vertices. A cuboid also has 8 vertices. A cube has 12 edges. A cuboid also has 12 edges. All the edges of cube are of equal lengths. All the edges of cuboid are not of equal lengths. A cube has 6 faces. A cuboid also has 6 faces. The faces of cube are squares. The faces of cuboid are rectangles. Areas of all the faces of cube are equal. Areas of the opposite faces of cuboids are equal. So these are the properties of cubes and cuboids. Up till now we have learned about the three-dimensional objects that are cubes and cuboids. So now let us learn about the next three-dimensional objects. So now observe the net shown on the screen. Which shape do we get from this? Are all the faces rectangles? No, all the faces are not rectangle. The three vertical faces are rectangles and the up and down face is a triangle. What is such a figure called? Such a figure is called a triangular prism. So we can see the triangular prism in laboratory. Okay. So now answer my question. How many edges, vertices and faces does a triangular prism have? Triangular prism has in total 5 faces. From that 3 faces are vertical and 2 faces are up and down. How many vertices do it has? It has total 6 vertices. How many edges are there for triangular prism? There are 9 edges for triangular prism. So let's recall. A triangular prism has 5 faces, 6 vertices and 9 edges.